Hello everyone. First of all, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. So in today's video, we are going to study each and everything. Like we are going to study the paper one. In this paper one, I would also like to tell you that in this section, we are going to study about the teaching aptitude. So basically, I have made the notes and I will be sharing all these notes with you guys together. Let me just check that if my voice is audible or not. Uh, Uh, paper one, I would also like to tell you that for the more right? Let me just check that if my voice is audible or not. Okay. I do believe that everything is visible over here. Let me just check that I have everything is visible right now. Okay, everything is good to go. Let me just check the YouTube screen too, that if it is visible or not. Okay, so I do think that a mic problem is there. So I would be like, I would be focusing more on this. So let me just connect my microphone and earphones all together. And now I hope so that everything is fine. Hello. Okay. So I hope that everything is fine and everything is audible to you guys. So without wasting our time, I would like to introduce myself first of all, and then we will be starting that what we are going to talk in this section. So this live is going to be a okay. Uh, I just brought my form over here, so it's not mandatory to uh, use that right now. So what we were focusing on is paper one for the UGC NAT. So I prepared some notes over here. These notes are I will be giving all those notes to you. Uh, so basically all these notes I will be providing you. You don't need to worry about that how you're going to have a proper discussion over this plan. Okay, guys. So what I was telling you that we are going to study about the teaching aptitude because this is a major part of the paper one. I actually know that the paper one is most important. Like it covers most of the sections of the paper one. So we are going to study inform everything in details. So basically, first of all, I would like to tell you that how the teaching aptitude. We are going to cover each and everything that I have prepared everything in the paper. So you don't need to worry about the content. I will be providing in the whole PDF to you guys. Everything is up to date, like I have covered all the previous year questions and everything. Even I'm making the notes right now, but I will be sending you all the notes that I have completed till now, and I will be also completing these remaining notes very soon, and I will be uploading it on my Telegram or whatever. That we will be finalizing. Actually, this is the first live of mine, so we will be finalizing it that how we are going to deliver all these PDFs and all the content. So I would also like to know that if you guys are interested, you can give me a suggestion to what is that how we can manage or how we can talk because actually I do really get time for the YouTube live because due to my some office commitments I really don't get time. So whenever I get time, I usually start a YouTube video that I can help you out and also I can revise whatever I have done. So basically, without wasting our time, I would like to start from teaching aptitude. So the first question arises that what is teaching aptitude? So whenever we are talking about the teaching aptitude, ये क्या है? हाँ. One more thing I would like to introduce, tell you over here is that this all the video that we are doing is going to be a bilingual video. Like I mean to say that bilingual mean that yeah, we are going to cover this in Hindi and English. And if any German student is there, suppose if any German student is there who is willing to take the UGC NET exam, he or she can just directly message me. I can provide all the notes and I can deliver all these lectures into German language too. So so that he or she can understand it because I know that for German students, if they are attempting or giving the exam for UGC NET, it can be much harder for them to understand. So that's why we can arrange the lecture for those students too. Uh, so we are going to, this was a small piece of information that I just want to deliver to you before starting the video because this is the first video, first live. So I just wanted to deliver and clear each and everything so that the students who are joining it today or who are new students can just check that what exactly we are, how, what's the way of teaching of us. Like, you know, guys, that it is a first video, so I do need to deliver each and everything. I do need to provide each and every clear details that how, what is my teaching methods and the way of delivering the content, and then how much depth I'm going to cover the thing. So that's just this is the first video. This it's the introductory video. So in this, I would like your suggestions to that how exact other things I can do because I thought that this is the right way to connect with you, like type one because I first of all thought that I should make a video over that, but it would be very much time taking process because I need to edit the video in each of everything. So that's why I decided that I can just directly come to live and I can discuss each and everything in detail with you. So uh, that's all for the whole. Now we are going to start with the teaching aptitude. So basically, after that everything is visible clearly, if you are not able to clearly see the video, and just tell me I will be just improving the tools of the mobile phone or the video camera. So first of all, we will be teaching. We should know that what is teaching activity. तो जब भी हम teaching की बात करते हैं, teaching in the process, as you know, guys, that you are going to attend the UGC at December time. So that's why I hope that everything you know very well. That teaching aptitude is the process of helping other learning knowledge, skills, and values in a clear and meaningful way. So, क्या समझ में आया? Teaching aptitude is the process of helping others learn knowledge, skills, and values in a clear, meaningful way. So it is a process in which we are going to have the student, not only student, each and everyone who are willing to study. For the student. A person who is willing to study is a student. So that's a student. So our teacher-student relation, whenever we are talking about this, then we need to know that a teaching aptitude is a process of helping other learning knowledge, how to learn the knowledge, how to learn the skills, and how the values in a clear and meaningful way. So uh, what does this TA is something called teaching aptitude. I've written it as a short note so that I can just save the page and time. Obviously, saving the page is prefer to save the trees over the earth because the earth is the mother earth. So ability to understand learners and teach them really effectively with no interest. You understand? Ability to understand and learn and teach them clearly effectively with no interest. So basically, it's an ability. Yeah, teaching is also a very great skill. A person who is having a great knowledge, but he or she is not having, or maybe he or she can be not accurate either. There's a two-way difference between each and everything that I'm talking about. Having knowledge is not equal to the teaching, having a good teaching skill. But having a good teaching skills, maybe can a person or the guide can deliver their knowledge to their students or the classmates easily. So that's why our ability to understand learners, to understand the learners, what are their requirements. Many of us see that multiple professors in our colleges, okay, unko, maybe they are having lot of knowledge they are having, but whenever they are delivering the lectures, we are not able to understand it. Because why whenever we think that यार इसका boring lecture है, so it means that they are not having a proper teaching skills. They need to polish their skills into this phase. So that's why to understand learners and teach them correctly effectively is more with the interest. Now, what is teaching learning model? So basically, one more thing I would like to tell you in between that we are having I would be explaining and emphasizing each and every important topic that it is important for the UGC net, and I will be telling you guys that uh, suppose talking about teaching learning model. So I will be emphasizing you that it is important, and the important thing is that it is asked in the UGC net exam in some of the year. I can exactly not tell you that in which year because there are multiple questions that are coming in multiple years. But I will be emphasizing then you should understand that these questions, some of the questions of related topic has been asked in the UGC net exam. So you need to be focused upon this. If you are having any queries, understanding and any topic that I'm telling you, you can just message me because lab is going on. Actually, I'm not watching the lab streaming like whoever is commenting. So if watching it, it's good. But if anyone is not watching it, he or she is watching this live in on some other day, if he or she does feel that much content is good, and what you guys can do is that you can just message me directly or just comment. I will be opening the comment section for this live video so that you can just directly ask your queries over there. So this is basically the one of the most highlighted point I would like to discuss in your stuff. So basically, what is teaching model? So it is refers to let me just move to the live. So what basically is the teaching model? Teaching model refers to the structure framework that explain how teaching and learning process are planned, delivered, assessed in an educational setting. It highlights the dynamic relationship between the teacher, learner, and content. So ज़्यादा ही बड़ा हो गया can understand it, but you did need to understand that it's an important topic. So don't worry about that. I would be explaining you in very simple language. So basically, we'll be starting with from first of all, like teaching model refers to the structured framework that explains how teaching and learning processes are planned. So teaching models are the structured framework that explains how teaching and learning processes are planned, delivered, and affected. In an educational setting, it highlights the direct relation between the teacher, learner, and the content. So it highlights the dynamic relation between the teacher, learner, and the content. So I have made this diagram over here, like teacher, content, and learner. So teaching learning model tells us about the relation between a teacher with a student with respect to the learner. A teacher, student is a learner. Teacher is a person who is giving you all the information, who is helping you out in understanding the topic and the content. Now, for the teacher, the content can be different. For the learner, content can be different. Receiving and sending. Now, teacher is sending the content and reviewer, who is learner, is receiving the content. So, suppose you know that whenever we are having a class here, the teacher, if he is delivering 100%, the students are getting it's depend upon. I'm not judging anyone, but it depends upon the student. Some of them are receiving 100%. Maybe it's very it is not very common. It's a very rare phenomena. But some students are receiving 80, 70, 60, or whatever the amount. It can be lower to 0 to and it can be highest to the 100 too if the both the conditions are very rare. So that's why uh, this is what I can see. This is what I was talking. So now I would like to tell you about that teaching learning model is triadic in nature. Most importantly, teacher learner model is a triadic in nature. Triadic means that there are three things they are usually covered with each and everything. So that's why we are calling it triadic in nature. Now teaching and learning are intricately related. Now teaching and learning are intricately related. Why? Why the learner and content, why the teaching and learning. Like teaching and learning are intricately related. Teaching is a social act while learning is a personal act. Now, what examples I would like to give you over here is teaching is a social act. The teacher, whenever he is teaching, it can be individual student or a multiple students depending upon the class. But whenever we are learning, our learning is always a personal learning, like a personal act that we are studying. For our own, हमको पास होना है इसलिए we are studying, we need to get job, that's why we are studying. So teacher learning is a personal act but teaching is a social act. एक बच्चा पढ़ता है तो पूरे समाज को पढ़ा हुआ महसूस होता है. ये कुछ कहावतें हैं. आई एम नॉट एबल टू एग्जैक्टली प्रोनाउंस इट प्रॉपर्ली बट आप थोड़ा समझ गए होंगे. सो दैट्स व्हाई I choose that. So for the fourth point that comes teaching cannot take place without learn, while a learner can learn over without a teacher. A very point over here, the teaching cannot take place without a learner. If you are a teacher, it means that you are sending something to other person or the receiver. Simple example, whenever you are talking with a communication channel, whenever we need to send data, there should be some of the receiver is there, right? But in real life, you can see that if a teacher is there, we need to deliver some lessons or some lectures to the student. But our student is acting like a receiver over here. But if he is not over here, a receiver is not there, so the teaching is not possible. But it is not the case of learner. A learner can even learn without a teacher. He can learn by his own. He don't need any teacher. He can do it self-study. Just like I'm doing. I'm studying by my own. I don't need a teacher, and then I'm delivering everything. But if I'm a teacher, you can see that I'm delivering the lecture. So you are the learner. Sort of whoever is watching my video is a learner. So that is what I'm saying. So teacher can take place without a learner, while a learner cannot continue without a teacher. Now, the fourth thing is a phase model of teaching implies that teacher and learner are intrinsically related and learning objective means intended learning outcome. So, this is very simple thing. Like we are saying that teacher and learner are individually related and like they are related to each other. Teaching cannot take place without a clear covered response. Now, the Bayesian model of teaching implies that teacher and learner are really related. Teaching and learning is really related, yes, that's why. So, now that we topic we are going to talk about, one more thing I would like to tell you. I'm sorry that I'm disturbing you in between the lecture, but it's important because I would like to tell you that we are going to do this lab every day. I will try my best to do the lab every day. If suppose I'm not able to do the lab, I could cover live in the next sessions. Like if suppose I'm not able to do the live today, I will be covering that live on another day. It means that you will be getting two live per day. And if I'm not able to do on the third day also, so you will be getting three lives on another day. So in this way, we are going to cover and get all the you can get the sum of all the outcomes of the lives that we are doing. So that is what I was saying. And one more thing, the content I was delivering, I will be covering each and everything from initially. Suppose, for example, this is our first level. We are starting with teaching aptitude first of all, which is the first topic of us. Now, if we are continuing the same video lecture for the paper one, on the lab second or lab third, whatever it is. So I will be covering or starting with initial topic only. I will not be just like going over here and there, and I will be starting with the uh, I will be starting where I ended the video or the previous live. I would be starting from initial wave only, so that is why you will not, if any new guy or newcomer is there, he or she don't need to watch the old video, but I would be recommending you to be or view the all lives too. But if he or she is not able, because we are also Vietnamese student, right? And that I know that nobody is interested in watching these boring classes. That's why I decided that I will be starting each and every video uh, from initial way only. So that's why uh, you don't need to worry about that. If you're coming in between, no issue about that. You can watch the live from start. So this is what I want to say. Now I will start in the lecture again. Now what is we are studying in the teaching competencies. Now the teaching refers to is a set of skills, knowledge, and attitudes and behavior that a teacher must possess to teach effectively and help students achieve desired outcomes. Now, teaching competencies refers to the set of skills, knowledge, and attitudes and behavior that a teacher must possess effectively and help a student achieve desired learning outcomes. So these are the skills, these are the knowledge attributes, these are the behavior that a teacher must have to for that effective help to student to achieve a learning outcome. So as a need, anyone can be a teacher. That is why we are here. We need to pass the exam for UCC net because we need to gather all these skills, gather all this knowledge, gather all the subject knowledge. We need to have a social skills. We should have a proper behavior. Then only we can be a person who follows this a teaching system and then it helps us to achieve the desired learning outcome. I hope that it is visible because I saw in the video that it was not visible properly. So, so it is for the ability of a teacher to plan, deliver, assess, and manage instruction in a way to promote meaningful learning and student development. So it's a way in which a teacher plans because a teacher works upon a planning. Suppose I'm coming in the lecture, I'm coming in a live session, then I would be having some key logs. I would be having some key logs, I would be having some key points and structures that I need to cover this tab, this much topics I need to cover this in this much tab. Everything I would be having a plan, proper plan lecture, and most of the teachers, even every teacher have something in their mind. Some of them writes in the notebook, some of them have a proper vision that they do not and requiring notebook. The experienced guys even when our teacher is having an experience of 20, 30 years, he don't require any sort of paper or pen. He have an clear vision or idea because he's been teaching that lecture from 20 or 30 years. So he knows that very well that how and what topics should be covered so that the student can, the lecture can become an interactive one and students are not getting bored into that. This is what teaching is like. So, we have covered the teaching competencies. Basically, it refers to the set of skills like competencies. क्या क्या ऐसे एक सिपाही होता है there's one soldier and he's having some grenades, he's having some sort of knife, some sort of gun, he's having different ammos he is having. But in the same way, a teacher should have these skills, then only he is able to survive in a teaching market. We are talking about the soldiers. If soldier is not having such skills, maybe the enemy can kill them. So that's why a student or sorry, a teacher should have as much of a skill so that she can survive in the lectures actually, so that he can just answer the questions of the fellow students that are coming in the classroom. So this is what a teaching competency is. Now we are going to talk about the teaching type of teaching competencies. Now there are multiple type of teaching competencies like personality and attitude related competencies. Now it can be multiple types. We have to discuss. Let me just Just give me 1 minute. Now, guys, sorry for the interruption. Actually, I was feeling so thirsty that I was not able to control. So, you guys will be thinking that how many, for how much time we are going to extend this video. So, it depends upon the mood that how much we are having, how much we have completing the whole lecture. So we will be doing it like for another one and half an hour or 20 minutes. Let's see if it is depend upon that how we are going to have a technical problems. So now the teaching competency that we have discussed, the teaching competencies are the say set of skills that a teacher required to survive in the teaching market. If there's a teaching market or in a classroom, you can choose to use the term classroom over here. So the type of teaching competencies, the personality and attitude related competencies. Now, whenever we are talking about that, when we are having a locus of control and self-sufficiency. So, there can be some personal skills too. There can be some sort of skills that are required or that have some social type of skills. First of all, we will be focusing on the personal and attitude related to competencies. So, into the personal skills, and there is a locus of control and self-change. Now, what does it mean? That it means that we should, a person or who is the teacher who is acting like a teacher should have a locus of self-control and self-efficiency. He should be controlled. He should not be like the students or the basically the children uh, whenever they are fighting with each other, when they are having some quarrel, they are arguing with each other. So teacher should not have these sort of skills. Guys, if some teacher he's having good teaching skills, he's giving a great lecture, but he's not having a self control, then this must be a lacking of these skills. Like a teacher must have a self control skill. Because if any person or any children is misbehaving in class, he should have a proper training. He should have a proper regularity that he should be covering. He should be helping. He should be controlling himself first of all. If a person is not able to control himself, how we can expect that a teacher, how we can expect a person can be controlling the whole class of the children. Children are nothing but a bunch of monkeys. We can say because many of them are just roaming here and there. They are just like Shaitan students who we need to have a self-control teacher who can control the class, who can control the anger and self-efficient also, not logical and clear. He should be logically good and great and he should be clear that what actually he's thinking. He should be clear upon his topic. He should be confident and enthusiastic. He should be confident in delivering his lecture. He should be not like that he is thinking, okay, he is teaching something and he is not confident in himself. He is not confident in delivering the topic. He is not able to answer the question. See, answering the question is a different thing. As we know that no one is ChatGPT or Google that he or she can answer each and everything. But whatever he has studied, whatever the plans he have made, he should have a proper confidence into that. He should be covering each and everything. So that's why a confidence is very much important for a teacher. This is all science, which is we are covering the personality and she should remain confident. Now, he should be enthusiastic. Enthusiastic means that he should be more active in delivering the speeches and the lectures. He should be rigidly active in the class. He should not like with that a lazy guy sitting in a room with a sleepy chair and he is still doing the lectures like he's being uh, tortured for doing that, so asked to do that. So that's why now we are talking about the phases of preaching. Now we have seen one thing that we were talking about the type of teaching competency. We forgot that I don't think that these has been ended somehow. I don't know. Okay. I thought that the screen got the lab got ended somehow. I don't know how I will be finding it out. So it's okay. Don't focus on that. Let me just come over here. Like, it is different. I don't know why it is saying poor. I even don't understand it. So now personality and attitude related competence we have covered. Now we will see the taste of teaching. Now there are three phases of teaching. First of all, you have noticed that there is a type of teaching. Now from type of teaching, I have followed the phases of teaching. So you could be asking the why you are doing this now. Why you haven't covered the types of teaching to better? You have covered it. Personality and institute related competency. We are having three types of and these are only the types of competency. Now we are focusing forward to the phases of the competency. So we need to understand it in a better way. So now, in the phases of competencies, reactive phase, interactive phase, constructive phase, there are three types of phases. Now, we need to understand each and every one in a better way, like reactive phase, the planning phase, interactive phase is the execution phase, and the post-active phase is the evaluation phase. Now, pre-active phase is also known as planning phase. It's a simple word for that. Like pre-active, some of the students will be struggling with what exactly is pre-active. So we can call it as a planning phase. But in exam, because we are going to attempt one of the toughest exams of the country. So, guys, you are going to become professors or the researchers in the field of English literature in the future. So that part they will be assuming that you should know both of them, like you should have a knowledge. So that's why you should have to keep in mind the both of them. No one need to manage into that. So reactive page is also known as planning. We will be covering each and everything in detail. Each and every task, like the phase of this teaching, we will be comparing that later. Now, we are talking about the interactive phase. Now, the interactive phase is also known as execution phase, and the post-active phase is known as evaluation. Post-active and pre-active. Post means उसके बाद में, पोस्ट का मतलब होता है बाद में, प्री का मतलब होता है पहले. तो पहले क्या होती है? सबसे पहले we should be focusing on the first planning should be done. Without our planning, we cannot do any project, we cannot deliver any lecture, we cannot do anything. That's why a reactive phase is also known as a planning phase. After that, we are also having an execution phase. The execution phase is also known as interactive phase. Now we are interacting with the students, with the media, with the public, whatever it is. So whenever we are interacting with anyone, we have planned the things. Now we are executing the things. After that, we will be going forward to the post-active phase. And the post-active phase, we are be covering about the evaluation phase. Now, after the planning, after the evaluation, now we will be evaluating a performance. That like we are doing it a data science problem. Because I'm a data scientist by profession. I have also done my master's in data science. That why we can show you. We can tell you that whenever we are doing or executing any model, we are training the model, and after that we are evaluating the model performance. So that's why we will be evaluating. Now the teacher should evaluate that whatever he has told or taught in his class, is it efficient, is it good, that if the students are able, or is it able to understand it, if he is able to deliver the lecture properly or not. So there should be a evaluation phase. Every time a student or teacher both should have it on their end, but now we are having and talking about the teaching aptitude. So that's why we will be specifically talking about the teacher. So the a teacher should have a habit to evaluate each and everything, each and every lecture that he or she is delivering, he should evaluate or she should evaluate it. After that, we will be covering for the pre-active phase. Now, what we are doing, what is pre-active phase, what is interactive phase, and what is post-active phase. Now, we are going to cover it in a detailed way. As we have already covered it in already have covered it in detail. Well, let's see what I have actually written over here. Some technical words are not split up. mostly used so that we can cover them up to so that you can learn and remember them for the exam. So reactive phase is planning the stage of teaching before entering the classroom. Simply as I have told you. Now after that, interactive phase, a stage of teaching where teacher teaches is the leads and motivates. Like it's a phase where teacher teaches, motivates the student for studying, motivates the student for doing physical work and many other things. So that's why this is a motivational state for the students and the interactive phase of the activation phase for the teacher. After that, it is post-active phase. In the post-active phase, after class teacher teaches or evaluates and learn performance. So in this, a class teacher evaluates the results. Like after exam, the teacher evaluates your question paper. A teacher evaluates you by you taking your viva, taking your presentation, whatever your performance in the classroom, on the ground, or whatever he or she they are taking or evaluating by taking exams of yours. In the same way, a teacher should also evaluate himself or herself. As we have seen many times when we were in a primary school, uh, most of the time a teacher asks us to evaluate ourselves, like he or she is taking the surprise test. And in the surprise test, he was asking that you should evaluate yourself. You should evaluate each one of them. So this is also part of a teaching. In the same way, a teacher should also evaluate him or herself whenever he or she is giving the lecture. Now we are talking about the post-active phase. Now, what exactly is this post-active phase? Because we have covered the pre and interactive phase. The post-active phase, I have told you that evaluating the things. Now, as you can see, that sustainable competencies, style-related competencies, and the social competencies. Now you are thinking that we have started with the basic of teaching. We have completed that there are three types of phases. Number one, reactive. Number second, execution phase or the interactive phase, and number third is the post-active phase or the evaluation phase. Now we have started again with the sustainable competencies, which is the type of teaching competencies. So in the first one, we have completed a phase personality and attitude related competencies already. Now we are going to study another type of teaching competencies, which is known as substantive substantive competencies. What is exactly substantive competencies? What is style-related competencies? What is social competencies? What is personal competencies? Okay, we'll be telling you that too. Now, a subjective knowledge, substantive competency, what exactly it is a person or a teacher. As you know that a teacher is having a particular teacher is assigned a particular subject or he or she is expert in one of the subjects. He is teaching that subject. So if any teacher is there, he should have a subject knowledge, a proper subject knowledge of the subject, literacy level. Now, if a teacher is having, I do believe in my own that a teacher can anyone like your mother, if she is not an educated driver, then also then she acts as a teacher. This is all a moral teaching things in on a moral ground. But whenever we are in a classroom, there should be a literacy level for a teacher. Then only he or she will be able to evaluate the student properly. Suppose a person is standing in something in front of a classroom, he thinks that she thinks that he is a teacher. He is not educationally qualified or he has never think about it and the teaching aptitude and his style is the way of teaching the students. You have seen many guys, you have seen many teachers. Some teachers were always cool, they are more funny in the class, they are using sharing some sort of jokes. They make the environment of a class very freshy. But on the other hand, we have seen many of the professors who are always in angry mood and whenever you are always thinking that I should go to ask for the water or toilet if he will be making you, he would be angry upon you if you ask me to talk to washroom and it will be problematic for you guys. So that's why there can be multiple types of teachers who are having different sort of styles. So that's why a person or the teacher should always have like a dynamism and flexibility. What exactly is dynamism? I would be finding it out because I don't know because I have read a note from a notebook where the word dynamism is there, but I do think that the dynamism means that it should be a frankly one with the student. So I would be like teaching, I will be telling you this in a second live video because I know you know guys that everything I don't know. Teacher is not mandatory that he should she should have a proper like each and everything he should be teaching upon that. If I'm not having particular sort of knowledge in particular topic or a word, I'm telling you that I'll be teaching you tomorrow because I will be getting that knowledge from my own in the planning phase and then I will be executing in the next video. He should be organized and orderly, main thing. It's not like that he's starting from one lecture and he started another lecture after 10 or 20 minutes. He's covering some. Have you seen? I don't think so that any teacher was like that, but there can be an unorganized teacher if they're politically and are literally qualified. They can start from anything and they end up with anything. So it makes a hodgepodge condition for the students to understand the lecture. So it should not be like that. A teacher should always be organized and orderly. After that, a social competency, he should be empathy and a social skills. A social skills can be multiple times. He should be morally good. He should be socially good. He should be politically good. He should be polite with everyone. He should be polite with his students, with his staffs, and everything. So that's why a person or a teacher who call himself a teacher or wanna be a teacher, he should have a social skills. Now, a personal competencies. Now we have covered this as far as the personally and attitude related competency, and also I will have written over here. So the personal competency is the self-awareness or self-regulation or the motivation one. Now we are talking about a teacher can have a much satisfying teaching profession when or she. So this was a question that was given in the book. So I have decided that it's important. So I have covered that. I've written that over here. So a teacher can have a satisfying teaching profession when she or he commands respect from the student. So he can be satisfying teacher. He can be satisfied with his teaching profession. If he or she, so if a teacher is having, suppose it's not about a teacher only, it's all about everyone. Like everyone needs some respect in their life. So if we command respect from the students, it's good, like it's good. Which is a behavior competency. Behavior respected, a self-awareness and locus control, evaluating and providing feedback, logical, clear, and confident and effective teaching. Which what is it? Behavioral competency, behavior. So behavior one because you already are asking as a stupid question. It's okay. We will be starting with that behavior competency. We are doing that behavior competency. Uh, and that personal competency is comes under personal competency. We have talked on having really covering on effective teaching behavior. So guys, I do think that we should end up the video over here before it comes like so we should not extend it for more than 40 minutes. And I think that whole was 45 minutes we will have. So I think that we can start second line on tomorrow's morning. Uh, so, so I do think that if you don't have any doubt, we can start a video morning or tomorrow. So, when it comes to kitchen stage only, nobody about the you need to watch the video game. So, thanks for joining Malab. If anyone is watching here, she can just subscribe my channel, you can share my channel. If you like the content, and I will be deleting the PDF download sheets below. Uh, you, I need your assistance, like on, what platform you guys need all the PDF. So I would be telling, giving you the PDF. What's your name? Was mentioned about you on us. Like lot of these and lots of tasks to do, and after that I need to prepare and clean the room. So it's very active for me to manage all these things together and prepare for UGC and also another. multiple different plans. Like I need to learn more types of sciences and for the uh, Microsoft certificates and to the more I need to end up the writing my research paper. I need to publish my paper. And there are lots of things I'm engaged with, so that's so tired of that. It was a good day, a pretty day, and a successful day. I was able to continue some work, and I would like to also extend my sincere gratitude to the God that He has given me this day, has provided me wonderful opportunity to prove myself, to polish my skills, and in this one, I would like to thank my parents that have given me great opportunity for learning. They have given me a great advantage, like they have provided me a better education that I am able to teach you guys, I'm able to learn from you guys, and in that way, I would like to say good night to you guys. Okay, but I will be starting the video from my page. We will be ending it at 47 at 4:36 right now. So we are going to end it in 10 seconds. So bye guys.